bright and early, 10 a.m. Man, you guys are making me get up at the crack of dawn. Welcome, welcome, come one, come all. Today is a very special day here on Gatorboxia. All right, we're running Extra Life today. This is our 13th annual Extra Life charity marathon benefiting Driscoll Children's Hospital in Corpus Christi, Texas, my hometown. The reason why I do Extra Life is because my brother, Reflex, Alex, we just kind of use his names interchangeably now because he's like big time famous or whatever. When he was a little kid, he had problems with appendicitis, and it's one of those things that's really difficult to detect because it's like, oh, my tummy hurts. And when you're like 7, the response is, you're going to school. You know, like, you know what I mean? Because like kids just make shit up all the time. They think they're slick. But no, it didn't actually get any better. Like, he kept complaining about it, and then then it went on long enough that my parents were like, something seems off. You know, there was one day where he was just like, he just couldn't get out of bed. Like, and it was very obvious he wasn't just play acting. So he was taken to the hospital, and they did the CT scan. They did all the tests and stuff like that. And then they found out that during the course of when they were running their tests and doing their imaging, his appendix actually ruptured. Which, once that happens, the only intervention at that point is like immediate surgery, because then it's a matter of actual like life and death. Every hour that passes when you don't do something about it past that point, your chances of survival, the number drastic go down. He was already at the hospital because they were doing their test there, so they were like, shit, just admit him here now. We won't really have a choice here. And that was at Driscoll Children's Hospital in Corpus Christi, Texas. So they put him under the knife. They patched him up. Like, I remember being in the room at the time with my mom and dad when the doctors told us in no uncertain terms that, you know, this is a complicated procedure and it might not go the way you want. And that's a hell of a thing to hear, you know, when you're talking about someone who's like that. But everybody at Driscoll, they're really professional. The doctors are amazing. The nurses and the care team, they even had like clowns and stuff that came by and told jokes and made balloon animals for the kids. They're a great bunch of folks. And of course, Driscoll Children's hospitals in general from the Miracle Network are kind of it's for kind of low income families and things like that, where maybe you can't afford to spend $200,000 on surgery. So but they don't refuse treatment to kids, and they don't expect a payment from the family because it's covered by grants and sponsorships and fundraisers and charity and all kinds of things like that. So following that, I kind of wanted to figure out a way that I could repay my gratitude. Like, they literally saved my brother's life. And in 2013, when I was living in San Antonio, I had heard through the grapevine that a group called Extra Life were making their headquarters for the year at the Rackspace building, the big web hosting, the server place for Rackspace. And they invited me out because at the time Gatorbox was about a year old, and they were like, hey, you're a comedian, you know about video games, you perform, maybe you ought to swing by and do a show for Extra Life, you know, get your name out there. And so I read about it, and I was like, oh, they do CNN, so that's Driscoll, they raise money for that. So went out there, put on a show, had a lot of fun. They featured me on the big screen. I fucked up at Cosmic Space. Said, you guys know the story. I just decided to go back in 2014 because they had it at the same place, the Rackspace building, and that's when I wore the TV suit and things like that, and the San Antonio Express newspaper interviewed me and stuff. But then in 2015, they Extra Life moved. Like, they move around the country, changing their location for their headquarters. So they weren't in San Antonio anymore. They moved on. But I wanted to keep doing it. So whether or not they were doing their headquarters in my backyard, you know, not my hometown, where I was living, I was going to do it. So in 2015, we just did it out of my apartment. And I fucked up the audio, so the audio sounds terrible because it was recording from that and not this. Ever since then, we've done it every single year. And As soon as we broke it into two 12-hour marathons, the amount we raised went way up. In 2023, Extra Life recognized me and this channel and all of you guys with a Lifetime Achievement Award. I got that bad boy right here. You know I keep that thing on me, right? Got one of these bad boys. $10,000 total raised. That's their Lifetime Achievement Award. It was special to me because we're just kind of a small channel, a small community, but we're dedicated, and this is always our biggest turnout event of the year. So for me to be able to get their Lifetime Achievement Award, I would say that's probably the crowning achievement of this entire channel. In all the years I've done Gatorbox, this is the thing that I am most proud of. So if you want to contribute, I mean, there's no more rewards after this. We still, like, that's how you know I'm doing it for the love of the game, right? It's not like I was like, oh, I got the award, I'm done. You know, it's like, no, I got the award. Let's keep going. Let's see how we make that line go up. Let's make that number go big. But it's our 13th one, as Python Blue pointed out. Coincidental, given the 13th year is also right after Halloween. You know, we just did that. That was last week. We had our Halloween stream. So the last time we did a themed marathon was our 10th one. Extra Life X, and it was our greatest hits. We did like there was no new runs on the schedule. It was like from the past 9 years, the best runs we've done. We made a schedule out of those and then put that up. So this year we adopted a new theme. It's going to be horror themed. You know, this is the 13th. You know, Friday the 13th. It's an unlucky number, not just the movie, but it's an unlucky, you know what I mean? It's like a superstitious kind of thing. So all that work I did towards designing a really cool layout last year with the cool stripes that you guys thought was some kind of goddamn pride flag or whatever, I threw it away. And now we have a blood red reptile skin pattern thing. We're going back to that. So that's this year's theme. Before we get into that, we do have a donation incentive this year. I'll run through those real quick. You guys know, every $100 we raise, I'll draw a challenge out of the Super Value Pack. We got this in 2015. When we started this, that's the first year when I stopped doing it at the headquarters. We started doing game challenges. And we got all community submitted game challenges in here. And for every multiple of 100 we raise, I'll draw one. We'll do it. I got 15 minutes. You guys know the deal. But I will reiterate, it's collectively every $100 we raise. You don't have to donate $100 all at once. You can if you want, but if 5 people donate $20, that's 100. That counts. We have an incentive on an individual basis this year. So the past couple of years we've done like raffles for like graded games that have been autographed and things like that. And the thing with that is it's a cool prize. But in the end, only one person gets something. And I'm like, I don't know. That's kind of... I want everybody to be able to get something. So I decided this year everybody gets something. If you donate at least $7, then you will get I will send to you a Gatorbox logo sticker and a sticker of Nessie from her most recent artwork we did this year of her in the swimsuit. You'll get 2 of those, and then you'll get one of my trademark bullshit cola cards autographed and dated with the event. If for some reason you collect dated cola cards from Gatorbox, somebody out there probably does. We are currently at $99.42. Okay, so we're 58 cents away from our first game challenge being unlocked. The first donation from our marathon is something that is a tradition. I keep track of the ad revenue that all of our Extra Life videos from previous years make on YouTube. I keep track of that separately from the other 5,000 things that are on the channel. So I tabulate it up. It gets harder every year. It's kind of a pain in the ass. But that's one of the things I always stress, is that even if you cannot donate literally to the marathon, by being here and watching, you're helping bolster our numbers. You know, you're popping us up on the activity charts on Twitch and YouTube and Kick and things like that. Other people might come in, they might donate. Or if you're just watching this on YouTube after the fact on one of the video uploads, you're still helping, because the amount of money I'm going to make from you watching this video and everybody else, that goes into a pot. That's our first donation every year. And that donation is $21.65 on behalf of people like you, the Gatorbox community. So that is collectively all of you guys. That's our ad revenue donation for the year. kicking us off. And we have one donation from Happy Face, who has donated $77.77. And Happy Face says, "Lucky sevens for the 13th." That's not how you gotta have the yin and the yang, okay? You gotta have a little bit of darkness to appreciate the light. End quote. Bob Ross. He said something to that extent, okay? Look it up. Google. You might want to wiki that, okay? Oh, hang on. We got another. Okay. We've unlocked the game challenge, okay? Just LSD. He's the guy responsible for giving me this microphone that I put on upside down just to piss all you guys off. Just LSD has donated $100. Benjamin, baby. And he just says, challenge accepted. He's in chat right now. Thank you, Just LSD, for the donation. So, that's one game challenge unlocked. We'll get to that eventually. And now we're at $199.42. So we're still 58 cents away from the next challenge. Could be you. You know, could be you. These are Boston baked beans. They're candies. I think they're candy-covered peanuts is what it actually says on the box right there. I've never tried these before. I know they've made these since like 17, I think. These are ancient fucking candies. And I've always passed them up because they just seem like something that old people eat. Right? You gotta be like, this is like boomers eat this because it reminds them when the country had prosperity. Anyways, the fact that they sell them in little packages like this, though, leads me to believe that I think the people that make this crap know they're not very good. So they just, they make them in these little boxes because they expect you to eat like 2 of them and realize you don't like them and throw the rest away. But they sell these for $0.25 a piece. So they feel like you're not out that much money. It's like you're not going to feel ripped off as if you would have bought like a theater box of these things and you find out they suck. So I'm going to try one real quick. One thing I did notice, they do have all their socials on the bottom. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You guys had a long time to update the packaging to put the stupid X on it, okay? And it's still the bird. Still Kazooie over there. Who's managed to steal one of my Extra Life medals from... Where'd you get that? Did you go through my shit? Did you take it off one of my plaques? Is that what you did? Anyways, these look like, they look like the little eggs you would put in your signature on message boards back like 20 years ago, and when people clicked on them, they turned into a dragon. What are they supposed to taste like? What are they? They don't smell like anything. Hurts my teeth. It just tastes like a peanut. It's definitely a peanut. It tastes like a peanut. There's something wrong with it. I don't know if the... It's like a peanut M&M, but without the chocolate. It's like you just got the... It's like you just got the, you just got the peanut and you put the candy shell on that, but you skip the part where they put the chocolate. It's just that. I feel like this is one of those things they made as a mistake. Somebody at the M&M's company was like, "Ah, God damn it, I wasn't paying attention." And then someone was just eating some out of the batch. He's like, "They're not bad. Maybe you just, I don't know, we'll call them something else." Boston baked beans. Buddy, they ain't even beans. Are they? They're probably not even from Boston either. I don't even know. Coming up, our first game. Kicking off this marathon. The one that the most people are going to see because they're tuning in right now. Also, if you're coming in from speedrun.com, welcome. We got a front page feature from them. Shout outs to SRC, the real MVPs. They totally put me on the front page out of the goodness of their hearts and not because I bought supporter status earlier this year. But I kid. I appreciate it, though. I appreciate it, you guys.